Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Keith here from Cmon the Hibs Celtic. If this is your first time coming across the channel, if you could press that subscribe button below, even a thumbs up or a comment below would be really appreciated. So, I have a handful of players I want to talk about today. I want to talk about Soro, Martin Boyle, Lee Griffiths, and Zinedine Ferhat as well. So let's kick it off. Soro looks like he's going to America. The MLS looks like his preferred destination at the moment. Red Bulls of New York are looking to bring him in. As we know, Soro's 23 years of age. We bought him 2 years ago in this window for 2.3 million. He's played 17 games this season and he hasn't really contributed a lot. More yellow cards than anything else. Is this a good move if we were to sell him off, even make 1 million on him? Or do we loan him for 6 months, give him the experience in the MLS, and then recall him back going into our new season, which should be halfway through the MLS season? I'd like to see him go on loan. I think he needs to learn more discipline in regards to midfield battles. He has potential there to be good at Celtic. I don't know if he'll ever get into the defensive midfield positions now with Beaton playing, Itaguchi in there as well. Shaw gone on loan, might impress from Motherwell, which was confirmed yesterday. It's a tough one to say. I hope we don't get rid of him. I'd like to see him go on loan for 6 months, even a year, and then bring him back. He's only young, 23 years of age, still a lot to try and learn, and hopefully he'll get called up for the Ivory Coast team as well with more experience. But the MLS is a good league, good stature. He'll be playing against Ronnie Doyle's New York as well, New York FC in the derby. So hope he goes over there, gets a lot of game time, and it's a good bit of business for Celtic for him to develop. Look what's happened in the past. Players that we've loaned out and have come back better players, like Ryan Christie went to Aberdeen, Oya went to Kilmarnock, and it worked out well for us. So I think a loan move for Soro might mature him as a player, and he'll learn more about the game. Definitely, as I said, 23 years of age. Next one is Martin Boyle. These rumours are not going away. I've talked about this guy a lot on the channel. I spoke about him last night. He's 28 years of age. He has 14 goals this season, 7 assists, and he's a couple of goals for Australia as well through the qualifiers for the World Cup in Qatar. Hibs want 3 million from him. Celtic are interested in him, and just come out and said it on record that he's interested in him. Should we pay the 3 million from him? That's the question. People are saying, oh, he's good. Some people are mixed out and saying that he's not good enough for Celtic. We have options on the right wing with Jamesy and Abada and Dembele as well. Dembele's last 6 months of his contract. My honest opinion of it is I would take him. I really would, because I don't know how James Forrest is fixed with injuries going into the rest of this campaign, because he's had to be suffering the last 18 months with injuries. So we do need cover on the right wing, but I'm not paying 3 million for him. 1.2 max. So my option would be Lee Griffiths is due to come back off his loan move early from Dundee. How about if Hibs are willing to take him, offload Lee Griffiths and 1.2 million for Martin Boyle? I think that's a no-brainer. A lot of people have said to me this morning that Griffiths not good enough for Hibs. If he can't do it for Dundee, why should he be good enough for Hibs? Hibs are on a new rebuild under Sean Maloney. I think with Sean Maloney knowing Lee Griffiths' strengths and weaknesses, working with him in the national team and knowing him well as a person, I think he'll get the best out of him. I don't feel Lee Griffiths is fit enough for Celtic. There's people have in their own little brain in the world think a fit Lee would change, it'd be a game changer. But a fit Lee in the last 3 years, last time Lee Griffiths was officially fit and banging goals in was the last game before COVID came, and that was against St Mirren. He's got a hat-trick. So, you know what, that's a long time ago in this rate. I think we shouldn't get rid of him. I really believe if he does come back, get rid of Lee Griffiths. I wish him the very best. Thank you for all the goals, the 124 goals. Thank you for the last 8 years at Celtic. Thank you. But I think it's time we move away from Lee Griffiths and let him move on with football and let him play consistent football. And if Hibs want to do it, let him go, and we'll take Boyle as well. To be a good bit of business for both clubs. As you know, Henderson went there yesterday on loan for the rest of the season, and then they'll sign him for a 3.5-year deal. So let's see what happens there. Zinedine Ferhat, he plays for Nîmes in France, 2nd Division. He's 28 years of age. He can play in the right wing. He's an Algerian international. He's been capped for Algeria 15 times. His contract is up at the end of the season. Reportedly that we're the favourites to land this guy. Toulouse are looking for him as well. He previously explains playing for La Hare and stuff like that in France, but the team that he played for at the moment, they were relegated from the top tier of France last season. He scored 10 goals last season and 8 assists, so looks like a prospect. He's 5'10" as well, but I don't know. If it's Martin Boyle or him, I'd probably go for Martin Boyle, to be honest. They're both in the same age category, and Martin Boyle knows the league better. So Martin Boyle would be my shout between. It just depends how much we're trying to get this guy Zinedine Ferhat for. As I said, he'd probably be going for little to nothing with 6 months left in his deal. The next one is Jonny Kenny. There's been more pictures emerging today that he's on the way. He's on the way to Glasgow. It's going to be a done deal this weekend. A company in Sligo, a clothing company, done a sponsorship with him, give him a bit of clothing to obviously sign for Celtic. Don't know if it's going to be a suit. I don't know what the hell it's going to be. But he's on his way from the showgrounds to Celtic Park. The fee is going to be 125,000 with add-ons attached to it as well. He's 18 years of age. He's an Ireland under 21 striker. He scored 11 goals in 36 appearances for Sligo Rovers, and it's not bad. He's been tipped to be the next best thing to come out of Irish football. So, rumours that he's going to be going straight into the Celtic B team. If he does, matures him, because I think it's a big step up for the current crop of players that we have, for him to break through, get through ahead of like Kyogo, Maeda, or Giakoumakis. I don't think he's going to get there in the pecking order. So B team, give him the experience of a year around the club, around the players, and then we'll talk then. So just to recap, Soro is potentially going for a move to New York Red Bulls. Martin Boyle, the talk of him hasn't died down. Lee Griffiths should find out in the next 24 hours if he still has a chance at Dundee for the rest of the season. If not, he's going to come back to Celtic. And Jonny Kenny is on his way, and Zinedine Ferhat is a question mark. So subscribe to the channel. I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Hell.